Hey guys, welcome to my vlog. This is kind of an attachment to a blog I just started actually yesterday. It's called A Fat Wife's Journey to Getting Healthy and Happy. And I started it because, as you might see, I'm not huge, but I used to be quite large. I'm 5'4.5", and I started this whole journey at my heaviest at 252 pounds. And wow, it doesn't seem like a lot to some people, but on me it was quite large. And if you go to my blog, I'm gonna put some pictures up of that. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys a little background. I'm going to be trying to do a blog at least every 2 weeks, and a blog post every week, maybe more depending on what's going on in my life. So a little backstory is, as I said, I'm 5'4". I weighed 252 pounds at my heaviest, but I just turned 30 just last week actually. Yay, I'm 30. I'm like out of my 20s, so I feel like I'm treated more like an adult, but that's probably just in my mind. Sorry if I keep looking over here. It's because I have some notes that I took. So basically, at around age 6 or 7, they found out I had exercise-induced asthma. I learned that by playing while playing soccer, and so that kind of made it hard. I also, around puberty, started getting psoriasis, so that kind of made me really uncomfortable and awkward and itchy. I don't know if you've ever had psoriasis, any of you watching? Thumbs up if you did, because it's tough. It sucks, especially in winter. But anyways, I also noticed around puberty I started gaining weight. And that's when I noticed. I can vividly remember being 13 years old and thinking, I'm so fat. I am fatter than all the other girls here. And of course that caused depression. Well, not caused it, but it exuberated it. So I suffered from that for quite a while. And then what happened was at, like, I'm going to say this was 2 years ago now. So in June 23rd, 2015, and it's now January 13th, 2018. I hadn't had enough. I figured if I can't change the fact that I have psoriasis and I'm miserable, I can change the fact that I weigh 252 pounds. Mind you, I'd seen a nutritionist forever. I'd gone to the gym, and you'll read a lot of this in my blog. My first post, I kind of do that. But anyways, I decided to do something drastic. And this is where some people may give me crap. And if you want to give me crap, fine. But I needed to do something because I couldn't anymore, and I knew a lot of people had success with it. So I chose on June 23rd, 2015 to go under and had gastric sleeve surgery. And that's basically, if you don't know what it is, it's not the band. They don't put anything around your stomach. They don't move your stomach and like reattach it. They actually remove a huge portion of your stomach, like 60 to 75, maybe 80%, depending on how large of a person you are, male or female. There's a lot of stuff involved. Surgery went pretty well. I went home the following evening. Didn't throw up ever, except for like the first night. It was just gagging. But anyways, but I noticed I was having health issues. I was having a hard time. Warning right here, right now, some TMI. I had some issues with bowel movements where it felt like cat claws essentially raking down my insides, and it hurt every time I went to the bathroom. I had sweats. I thought I was going to pass out numerous times. And imagine being at work and dealing with this. It was not fun. So after about 4 months, I was still in pain. They were like, oh, it's Crohn's disease. Let's get you tested. It wasn't Crohn's disease. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. No one bothered to ask for a stool sample. So what happened was I went to my PCP because I'd had enough. I was in horrible pain and I didn't know what to do, and it was just progressively getting worse. And so this was October, very beginning of October 2015. I went to the doctor and she's feeling around, and all of a sudden she presses on my side and I'm like, ah! And I'm like, that's weird. And she's like, that's weird. And then she had me go in for some like testing, and lo and behold, my gallbladder's like, hey, I don't like you anymore. Bye. And so the same doctor that did my sleeve surgery removed my gallbladder because he was the only person I trusted to touch me at that point. And we hoped it got better. It did not. Oh, did it not. So it was around the end of November, around Thanksgiving that year, that I found out I had been dealing with C. diff for almost 6 months. And by the time it was officially eradicated from my body, I'd had it for 6 months. And once those antibiotics got it out of my body, it was a relief. The only issue is, if you do a little research on C. diff, you'll see that it's highly advised against that you have antibiotics. So I have had pneumonia. I've had horrible bacterial infections, like from being sick, like colds, but it's advised against me taking antibiotics, so that kind of sucks. So I just kind of have to deal with it for like longer than everybody else does. So anyways, sorry, long story short. I continued to lose weight, got healthier, felt stronger, but I wasn't happy. And that's another part of this whole blog thing, was happiness. I was depressed. And while I felt great physically, yes, I had issues because I didn't have a gallbladder, so anything fatty like kind of went through me. And now like I can eat higher fat stuff, but I still have to be careful. But I dated here and there. There were some people that just I didn't click with. And as I'm sure all of you know, that happens. There are people you click with, whether relationship-wise, friendship, family, whatever, you just don't click with. And then I started dating this guy who I thought was amazing, and he understood me and didn't care that I had psoriasis. And then it turns out he was a complete jerk, and I'm not even going to go into that. But literally 6 days later, I met the love of my life, my husband. And I loved him so much, and he loves me so much, that we eloped 5 months after meeting, because when you know, you know. And when you find that person, or if you're watching this and you found that person and you had something similar happen, like, you know. And he is sweet and funny and sexy and muscular, and we just mesh. We're two pieces of a puzzle. I keep him calm when it comes to his dad, like when his dad pisses him off, because that's what parents are for, to piss us off. And I'm sure one day when we have children, my child will say that about both of us. And that's what their significant other will be, there to calm them down. And he keeps me sane around my mom and my dad. But anyways, while together, I gained 33 pounds. You're not supposed to gain weight with the sleeve surgery, just so you know. So, of course, you know, I felt hopeless and sad. But even with him, I felt hopeless and sad. But I know, like, from experience from meditation that I've had, which if you read my blog, you'll find that I've done meditation in the past, I acknowledge that has nothing to do with him, everything to do with me up here, being up in here too much. So, just like around the holidays and my birthday, I realized I was done. And I had just last week, I lost a loved one. She passed away. She was essentially like a grandmother to me. But after that, I realized and my husband was right, and he's in the other room listening in, and knows that I was concentrating on being sad, because in essence, my brain is addicted to sadness. And if you've ever seen, like, there's a movie called What the Bleep Do We Know? And that's actually what it's called, What the Bleep Do We Know? It talks about that, and that's actually a really good movie. I would definitely suggest that if you're interested in mentally being more healthy and at least understanding your brain. So I came up just yesterday with this whole scheme and idea, because I was like, I need something to hold myself accountable. And even if no one is watching this, or it's just my sister-in-law or my parents or anybody else that's a friend or family member or someone that knows me, like a neighbor, hi, thank you for watching. You, by watching this, are holding me accountable. Actually, I'm holding me accountable, hoping that you guys are watching this because I need to be held accountable for my actions, just like we all do. And sometimes it's nice having a support network, even if it's just someone on this video giving you a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up. No, I really don't care. So, excuse me, I came up with 3 goals. My goals were go to the gym every other day, daily if I can. Eat healthy dailies. And meditate daily and volunteer weekly. That's kind of twofer. That's the mental health. The meditate is for my mental health and kind of accepting and being with how I'm feeling. And the volunteering is getting out there and helping others, whether it's people or animals. Right now, I just recently started volunteering for an animal shelter, and I really like it. I've only gone like twice so far, but this is like holding me accountable to go and help those animals, because there are dogs and cats out there that are stuck in shelters and they need a home. And I don't know if you guys just heard that, because that was my black cat. Her name is Binks. And we actually, yes, I was talking about you. And then we have a tortoiseshell cat named Savannah, who's older. And Binks is jealous that I'm talking about Savannah and not her. Anyways, so to go through my plan for each of these. So obviously go to the gym every other day, daily if possible. My husband actually has a background in kind of like gym management. He went to college and grad school for it. So he actually came up with a plan for me, and I will read through that in a moment. Meditate daily. I have a bunch of recordings, and I'd like to do 45-minute sittings. Like I used to do with a meditation group I used to go to with my father on Saturdays. And number 3, eat healthy daily. My plan is like tomorrow, Sunday. We don't have any plans. My husband and I are going to go on a double date. Or not a double date, a date. Oh, I thought double date. That's weird. Anyways, we're going to go on a date. And then I'm going to go grocery shopping. Or first, but whatever I do, and I'm going to prep. And I have a crock pot, because what I'd like to do is be able to prep stuff. So say, for example, my husband now currently works in the IT field, so sometimes he gets home before me, sometimes after me. I'd like to have it so every day at 4:30, I prep the crock pot. And so I have everything planned for the whole week. And every Sunday I go grocery shopping for exactly what I need that week. And that dinner, I eat it, he eats it, no matter what it is, whether we like it or not, or we eat something like have a protein shake if it turns out bad, because we all know that happens. Hi, Binks. And so basically do that, and then whatever's left over I get as a meal, and then if there's anything left over, then my husband has as a snack, or as a meal if he wants, because he doesn't really bring food with him, because sometimes he could be driving like 4 or 5 hours away for his work, and there's no car microwaves. Now that is a great idea. Someone needs to invent a car microwave. You got to hear first. Give me credit. Like, I'll take 10%. Or like 50 or 100. Whatever. And then, sorry for the noise in the background. That is so my cat right now. She finds everything and anything, I swear. So I want to eat healthy. And then meditate daily, volunteer weekly. So, okay, now to transition to what my husband, his name is Vince, came up with. So, my starting weight, to be honest with all of you, with right now, is 195.8 pounds. So, I'm 196 pounds, and that's not okay. I was doing really good before, I started doing badly, and that was probably around the time that my husband and I eloped. Because I got comfortable. As many of you women understand, you get comfortable. So I'd like to just get myself physically stronger. I'm tired of my hips hurting, or my knees hurting, or my ankles hurting, or getting out of breath for whatever reason. And I'm tired of feeling tired. Does that make sense? I don't want to have to drink coffee. I want to be able to have a sip of water and feel strong and Yeah. So anyways, this is the first time I'm actually reading this. It says Molly, week 1 and 2, 2018. 113, which is today, the day that I've recorded this. I might upload it tomorrow if I'm having issues for whatever reason. To 127. So before I read this, I want you guys to know that the reason I'm in my workout gear is because I did not want to go to the gym today. So I didn't. But my husband has an elliptical and a bike, like a stationary bike, in his office. That was our agreement. He was going to come up with this for me while I did that for a half hour. I did each for 15 minutes. And for me, that was not easy to start with, especially because we just got back from essentially the person who passed away. It was their memorial. Family members got together, her friends, neighbors. We all kind of got together and just celebrated her wonderful life. Just so you guys know, this is that, not you're seeing other parts of me. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew. Anyways, so I did that. I felt really warm, and now I'm cold, and wishing I had some sort of magical powers that I could go like and pull the blankets over here. Anyways, so exercise goals, written by my husband. Exercise goals. To get the body used to being in motion for 30 minutes at a time. It's part 1. Part 2. To get the mind used to a new routine or habit of making time for exercise. I need that. I also need to make time for meditation. And my plan is, before bed tonight, I'm going to attempt to meditate. If I don't get through the first 45 minutes, that's okay. Half hour is great. I just need to breathe. I just need to be in the moment, accept how I'm feeling. Nervous, excited, sad. Whatever I'm feeling in the moment, I need to feel cold. Okay, exercise frequency every other day. Exercise intensity, light. Exercise duration, approximately 30 minutes. Exercise prescription. Yes, my husband is prescribing things to me. Even Binks is worried. Pick 2 different cardiovascular exercises to engage in for 15 minutes apiece, totaling 30 minutes. Examples include walking on a treadmill is 1, pedaling a seated bike, gliding on an elliptical machine, climbing on the stair machine. That thing scares me. But I just went on the elliptical, and I swore at one point I almost fell off. Like, I felt the whole thing go, yeah, not fun. But that's my own fault, because I was, like, dancing. If you haven't heard the music or seen the movie, The Greatest Showman, with Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron and all those amazing people, you gotta go see it. The music is addictive, and if anyone's to blame for me rocking is Keela Settle, because her voice is like, that is definitely a workout song. Okay, so additional notes. Remember, you are doing this for the long haul. Woo! You want the changes to be long-term and sustainable. We don't want you to burn out quickly by starting too hard. I started a blog and a vlog. Sorry, babe. If it seems too easy, feel free to make it harder. But remember, the goal is to just stay in motion. If you push hard and need to slow it back down, that's okay. Just keep moving. Like Dory says, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. All right, so I think that's it. Just so you guys know, as I said, I'm going to try this every other week. I might throw one in there randomly weekly, but I'm going to try and upload on a Saturday or Sunday. I'm sure when I get more into this, I will do more. Also, I have some friends and family members who said they might be game for popping in every once in a while. I have someone who, she's a mom of a few kids, and so I'm sure as some moms out there understand, it can be hard to eat healthy and exercise. So she, you know, just like me, wants to be held accountable, and she said she might be interested in going in front of a camera, and even if like no one else is watching it, just spilling the beans and saying, this is what I had this week to eat, and this is how I did. Also for me, what I'm going to do, my plan is to, at the beginning of the when my 2 weeks is over, what I'm going to do is, my husband Vince said he's going to create another one of these for me. And I'm going to say, before I look at it, how my week went. And mind you, you'll find all that extra information on my blog, but sometimes it's just nice to get a little snippet here. I'm going to be honest and be like, this sucked, or I missed this day, or I felt awesome this day, but woke up, felt like crap, or whatever it is. And I need to be held accountable. If I eat something bad, I'm not going to beat myself up. I still have birthday cake in the fridge. My husband got me a unicorn birthday cake. The fondant horn is still in the fridge, and I want to eat it so bad. And I'm really tempted to just move it into the garage fridge and like slice it up and like freeze it for other people, but my husband wants to eat it, but that's not good for him either. So anyways, so basically what's going to happen is he'll format that. I'll say how my week went, my 2 weeks went, if I felt any changes, if I noticed any changes, if I felt like I lost weight, if I felt mentally better or worse, because mind you, yes, I'm doing this to get physically healthier, but I need to remember that it's just not about physicality. It's also about my mentality. And if I'm going sane, or if I'm going insane, because I don't want to go insane. Though I may have to go insane, or I may already have, I feel like, open up. Yes, my cat agrees with me. Hi, Binks. And so yeah. And then what'll happen is I'll read my next plan and say, my next plan. And maybe that'll be, stick with my 45 minutes meditating a day, or not. Hi, Binks. Do you want to say hi? Hi. She's my good girl. She's a naughty kitty, though. No, you cannot have my tuna sandwich. I have, half a tuna sandwich left. I have a 4-ounce stomach. Probably now a 6-ounce stomach, to be honest with you. But so I can't finish that whole thing just yet. It's been 25 minutes almost since I had a bite of it. So anyways, so that's the plan. Gonna have turned off the comments for now, just because I don't need any negativity other than thumbs down and thumbs up. If you don't like this, just don't subscribe to me. If you like this, which I hope you guys do, because I'm trying to be as honest as humanly possible, check out my vlog. It's on WordPress. It's called A Fat Wife's Journey to Getting Healthy and Happy. And yes, I realize I won't always be fat, or at least my plan is not to be. But guess what? I started off that way. And even though I'm not necessarily going to be fat here, I still am here. Just like anybody with a eating disorder thinks they're another way, whether you're anorexic, bulimic, or compulsive overeater. Hi! That's just how it is. And to anybody that's looking to get gastric sleeve surgery, I would definitely let you know, start going to the gym first for the first, month. And then schedule your surgery if you truly feel like it's needed. I had complications, and I will continue to have complications because of it. Because of the C. diff, I will never be able to take antibiotics again unless either by IV or I'm profusely monitored. And I have no gallbladder, so it's hard for me. I also have weird allergies, I can't have soy, and whey makes me gassy, to be all honest with you. So but anyways, yeah, I think that's it. Also, just so you guys know, my husband has said, we'll see if he does, make an appearance at least once, every so often in the videos, so you guys know that he's real. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to post on my vlog in the next day or so. My husband took some before photos of me in shorts and some shorts and my sports bra, which is a big deal for me because I'm really self-conscious about my body. Even though my husband finds me attractive, I do not find me attractive. In fact, in the photos you'll see I actually have two stomachs, and people just assume I have a muffin top, and that's just how I lost weight and how I look weird, but he finds me sexy, so there must be something about me, right? Anyways, I'm going to sign off, and stay sane, guys. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to me via the blog. Adios, amigas and amigos.